Hello there. So today I am going to bring you alongside my Tokyo trip. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about what I ate and all the things I did. So if you enjoyed this, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And let's begin. Hi guys, we just got to Tokyo. I am actually gonna bring you around this week. I know I did a video about this like a while back, but I wanted to do like an updated version of this video. I wanted it to be more impromptu. A lot of these spots are my true and tried go-to spots, so you might have seen it in my previous video, but I'm updating this list. I am also going to Osaka, so I'm gonna film a little bit about what we ate in Osaka as well, so stay tuned for that. And let's go. Okay, so immediately we were so hungry, so we decided to go eat at our hotel buffet, which was included in our hotel. And this buffet was so bomb. Normally, I'm not a fan of buffets, but they had all the things of a good buffet. I'm gonna start with this tray, and I'm gonna pick up a little plate, chopstick, and a spoon. And I'm gonna fill this plate up with various items to see what we want. And I like that you can get a little bit of everything and you don't have to stuff yourself. And look at how small this croissant is. It literally fit into the palm of my hand, which is insane. And then we walked along the Shinjuku station, went to Toraya Cafe. The thing about Japan is that I feel like everything is so tiny. The cold brew was so small, and we just hung out a little bit while we mapped out our day. And Japanese coffee shops are amazing, but I do find that the coffee to be a little bit not as caffeinated as the coffee that I drink at home. So even after this drink, I was still not as wired as I wanted to be. We are in this really cute coffee shop. We wanted to go to an American coffee shop, but then we were like, why are we doing that? We're in Japan. So here we are at the cutest coffee shop ever. The cold brew, and Erin got a hot coffee. We are gonna try a sushi lunch. And then the trick is, if you wanna go someplace real nice, go for lunch, don't go for dinner, because dinner is usually double the cost. So this is us walking through the mall. It's so crazy, but in Japan, there's all these underground malls that lead you to your destination. And now we arrived at Sushi TokyoTen. This is one of my favorite sushi spots just because it's so affordable and the fish is so fresh. If you want to try a traditional sushi experience, I highly recommend going for lunch, as it is half the price of going for dinner. So we ended up eating the chef's menu. The chef's choice basically means that the chef chooses whatever is fresh that day and they serve it to you. So after lunch, we decided to get Cremia Ice Cream, and Cremia is my all-time favorite ice cream just because it is so smooth and delicious. We got Cremia. We took like a bajillion photos with this, but this is my absolute favorite ice cream of all time, and it is because the milk fat content is so high. So we decided to walk around. This is a very popular local spot called Omoide Yokocho, and at night it lights up and it's so cute. There's little tiny bars where you can eat and you drink, and it's just a really cute spot, but unfortunately we were so full that we decided not to go. And then afterwards went to Mr. Waffle, where they have fresh waffles. We got an Earl Grey waffle and it was just so delicious. So it's nighttime already, and this is when we decided to meet up with our friends in front of Lawson's. So if you've ever been to a Japanese convenience store before, you know that this place is like a convenience store on steroids. There's everything. There's all these drinks. I could possibly live inside a Japanese convenience store if I actually wanted to. There's all this fresh food, and it's not just bad food too, it's really delicious food. So we got a few snacks, and my friend taught us how to make a Japanese drink out of shiso, shochu, and tea. And it was so freaking delicious. I really regret not buying a bottle of this when I got back to the States. Cheers! Woo! Halloween! It's very pure tasting. It's like fragrant, effervescent. It straight up tastes like tea. This is so dangerous. Now we are getting ready. We are all cats because it was the easiest option. And this is us eating McDonald's, a very classic food. My friend Maylene taught me that if you order agetate at McDonald's, that they fry it fresh for you. So now that we've had our very luxurious meal, we decided to head over to Shibuya.
This is the first year that they banned drinking in Shibuya on the streets, so it was a lot tamer than I anticipated. Anyway, when we arrived in Shibuya, it was so crazy. Everyone was really dressed up in costumes. It just felt like a giant street parade of sorts. And people are just hanging out. But the crazy thing was that alcohol is banned, so they taped it all up except for this one bottle which we tried to buy and were unsuccessful. So we just ended up going to an izakaya. I didn't really get footage because I was trying to enjoy my night. But yeah, we caught the last train and it was just so much fun. And I'm so happy to have experienced Halloween in Japan at least once.
I am so happy because we got home before the last train. I'm so happy.
So the next day, I actually had to go to a nail salon because Dough Girl broke a nail, and this was the first time I've ever gone to a Japanese nail salon. The nail salon was so bomb. They had all this nail art displayed at the front. It's priced according to the design, which I thought was so smart because you know exactly what you're gonna get. I booked this nail appointment through Hot Pepper Beauty, which is a local Japanese app. After getting my nails done, it took a pretty long time. We decided to get udon, and I'm so happy that we lined up for this udon place. It's called Udon Shin because this was hands down the best udon I've had in my life. Like, you can see them hand make the noodles right in front of you. The tempura was just so crisp and just freaking amazing. I highly recommend getting the cold noodles so you can really appreciate how bouncy the noodles are. So I got a yuzu udon and Aaron got a tempura udon, and oh my gosh, just looking at this is making me so hungry again. It was the best udon, hands down, I've ever had in my life. And even though you have to wait for it, I really suggest going. So after we ate, we decided to shop around in Shinjuku. So one of my favorite places to shop is the Lumine S Mall. There's actually 3 Lumine malls, but S is the one where I think it's more trendy and young.
Oh, this is all so cute.
So we walked around, went to Wigo. Wigo is a very affordable localized store, and I really loved everything in the store, but unfortunately I forgot my passport, so I decided not to buy anything. Pro tip, bring your passport when you go shopping, and then you can get tax-free. So we walked down to the mall with a lot of other very cute shops. I ended up trying on this dress at Red Yazel, which is a Japanese brand, and I loved how it looks, so ended up buying that one. And after we went shopping, we decided that we needed another mini food break. So we went to Takano Fruits Bar, which is my favorite fruit parfait place in the entire world. It's just so delicious. I think I've mentioned it in many previous videos before. The trick is you have to go into the one inside the shop. So don't go into the one that's on the 5th floor. I personally really like the one in the basement level of the Shinjuku JR station. I know, so crazy, but I've tried almost all their fruit bars and this is my absolute favorite. They hand make the fruit parfaits right in front of you, and they use the really crazy expensive fruit that's in the store. So if you've ever heard of Japanese melons that are like, I don't know, $400 each, they actually take a little slice of the really expensive fruit and they put it into the parfait. It is so sweet, so delicious, and their soft cream serving is just like the most amazing experience I've ever had. When I go, I do think like, how good can a parfait be? And every time I go, it's so amazing. So in the shop, they also sell different types of jams and other confectionaries you can buy and bring home. Unfortunately, you can't bring a whole melon home.
You got your melon pond.
So we walked around, we bought a melon pond, and if you go upstairs, you will see that they do indeed sell the really expensive fruit up there if you want to go and, you know, buy a $10 strawberry casually and bring it home. So the next place we went to is a place recommended to me by my friend Ali, which is a standing sushi bar. It's so cute. It only seats maybe about 10 people. So we got there during an off hour, but the fish was so incredibly fresh and everything was very affordable in cost. So we ended up eating there for dinner, and then we wanted to do a few fun activities at night. The great thing I love about Japan is that even if you don't drink at night, there are so many nighttime activities you can do. So we ended up going to an arcade. We played Mario Kart and a bunch of other rhythm games. It was so much fun, and we ended up there for a few hours. And when we got out of the arcade, it was actually really surprising, but there are still people outside. I'm like, what the heck, y'all? Where are y'all going? Afterwards, we ended up going to Don Quixote, which is a major variety store. You'll see one in almost every district, and I freaking love this place. It kind of gives me slight anxiety because when you walk through the store, there's just so much to look at. It's like sensory overload. You got like little iPod cases, you got makeup, you got even like adult toys and stuff, and like hair dryers. You got everything in this store. It's just so overwhelming. Like, got this weird neck brace. Like, what is this even? You got face cleansers, and I can literally get lost in this store like for bajillion years. And the crazy thing about this store is that, yes, it's open 24 hours. So we ended up going there maybe around midnight, and we shopped for 2 hours just browsing and buying all sorts of souvenirs. I think it's a really good, fun nighttime activity. And this is me opening various creams and like smelling it. Anyway, got so many different types of eyelashes, but I was set. So we did that, and then I went home and I fell asleep. Next day, we decided to go to Harajuku and do a little bit of more shopping. So this is Takeshita Dori Street, which is the main road. The first place we stopped by is Paris Kids, where they have really cheap accessories, and I got a few earrings from there. We also went to WC, which is the alternative sister brand of Wigo. Afterwards, went to Salon, which is my absolute favorite store. I didn't really get anything from here just because I didn't really want to carry a lot of stuff, but we browsed their cosmetic section, and they have this really cute IG area where, you know, we took a lot of different types of photos. All the clothes are absolutely so cute, and I just had a really fun time browsing. Afterwards, we went to Wigo. One trend that I saw really trending in Japan were these 2 type of fabric skirt. It was trending, and I tried it out. I don't know if I really liked it, but we did a lot of shopping. A baseball cap, but there's no cap. Fashion here is crazy. So we got these egg earrings, and we're both gonna wear one of them because in Asia you match, and what a better way to match than with our egg. Oh god, that came out so wrong. Just got my egg earring in. We're shopping at the mall right now, and we just got some coffee. Girls should dream twice. Yeah, it says that. So afterwards, we went to La Ferrette, which is a mall in Harajuku that houses a lot of different types of fashion, more like alternative fashion. And we browsed a little bit in there. They had all these really cool brands that I've never heard of before. I'm honestly having a moment with my egg earrings. So afterwards, we were getting a little bit tired, and then we realized we kind of didn't really eat yet. I don't know why. So we ended up going to Apeach Cafe, which is a character cafe in Omotesando. And oh my gosh, everything in this cafe was so cute. It was all themed around Apeach, and the first floor houses all the merchandise. And if you know me, you know I love them peaches. So I had so much fun. The second floor is a cafe, and I love how everything in Tokyo is just branded so well. Even like, you know, the donuts and everything. So we ended up ordering a sweet drink. I don't know what's in this, but it turns colors when you dump one part of the drink into the other part. And unfortunately, my drink was so sweet, so I ended up not finishing it because it was a little bit too sugary, you know? We went back downstairs to browse a little bit more of the store. They had so many cute accessories like keychains, they had stationery, memo pads, and I ended up buying a really cute Apeach keychain. And by then, we were actually really hungry because, you know, we barely ate. And so we ended up going to Tonkatsu Maisen, which is a tonkatsu shop, and it's so good. This is a shop where you can pick out the different part of your pig and how much fat content is in each cut from which region, and then they fry it up for you and they serve it as like a set meal. And this is the best katsu I've had in my life, and they give you all these different types of sides, which is so good. I was so hungry. After we ate katsu, we decided to continue shopping around the Omotesando Harajuku area. Went to Ragtag, and Ragtag is one of the few luxury secondhand stores in Japan. So if you want to stick around for my second video, I'll bring you to a few of the other stores. But Ragtag is one of the big ones, and they house a bunch of really nice luxury secondhand items that are greatly reduced. Seriously, in Japan, the secondhand shopping game is cray. Everything is laid out just like in a department store. There's really no difference, except everything is a lot more affordable than if you were to buy straight from the department store. And if you go to the third floor, that's the luxury bag and accessory floor, which is where I'm at. And you can see that even though they're secondhand, they display them in glass display cases and they're in generally really great condition. After we went to Ragtag, we decided it is time for dinner and we wanted to do hot pot. So I went to Nabezo back in Shinjuku where our hotel is. Nabezo is one of my top hot pot spots because they have an all-you-can-eat salad bar and it's all-you-can-eat hot pot. We opted for the pricier meat and oh my gosh, this meat is just like, it melts in your mouth. It's just so soft and delectable and just look at that meat. Oh my gosh, it looks so freaking good. So hot pot in Japan is called Shabu Shabu, which means swish swish, and it's kind of like when you dump your meat into the soup, it makes this like swishing noise, which is why it's called Shabu Shabu. A fun fact. So after we did hot pot, I wanted to go take purikura, which is another late night activity that I like to do. So you put your coins into the machine and then you get to pick your settings either on the outside or the inside of the machine, and then you take photos to go and decorate them. I don't know why the default always makes our eyes so big, but I love decorating purikura. It's so fun. Anyway, that's part 1 of my Tokyo trip. You can also watch the second part. And I also filmed other parts of my Japan trip, like the onsen or Osaka. But anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye!